Hello everyone, my name is Fary Khan and I am your new president for the International Society of Physical and Rehabilitation Medicine. I'm truly honored to be elected as your president, and I hope to make sure that I don't disappoint the responsibility given to me to serve the society. Now, it is with great humility and gratitude and a little bit of scaredness that I accept this job. Firstly, I just wanted to say that rehabilitation physician community internationally, globally, is very special. We are trying our best to ensure we provide the best possible care to our patients with disability worldwide, and that we advocate for them for lesser disability, improved participation, and overall holistic care. Within this society, we have a community of practitioners that are most generous and giving. Never in the history of our discipline has rehabilitation medicine been more important and more relevant. This is because as the medical and surgical treatments improve worldwide, our patients are living longer with chronic disabilities following cancer, traumatic and acquired brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, amputations, etc. And where we know that about 2.5 billion people worldwide need some form of rehabilitation to improve their function and reintegration into society. So we have a huge role to play. Further, I wanted to say that we are incredibly relevant at this point in time also as the population is aging. And as the population ages, the trajectories of recovery and the need for restorative rehabilitation, the promotional elements of it, the integrated continuum of care from prehabilitation right through to habilitation and hospital and into the community, all now are very important areas where we need to contribute and work together. In the coming years, my plan and my hope is to work with you more collaboratively to ensure the ISPRM can provide the best possible service to our patients with disability. How we can do that is by being better at our governance systems, the way we operate within our policies, our service delivery, promoting evidence-based practices where possible, engaging with like-minded organizations, fulfilling our agenda and our service contribution to initiatives led by the World Health Organization, such as the 2030 initiative. Further, also, we have other organizations like the UN and others. So our national societies are in a fantastic place to promote the agenda of equity and advocacy and healthcare for all, particularly targeting persons with disability. We also need to just be aware that we must thoughtfully respond to the needs of our time. You look around yourselves and what do we see? We see geopolitical instability, we see conflict, war, famine, climate threats. We see the changing landscapes of economic difficulties and challenges that also impacts how rehabilitation can be delivered, how we can contribute more effectively to the disabled populations around the globe. We need to be thoughtful about how we structure our services, how we support our colleagues, because ISPRM has a hugely humane agenda as well. We're not a political organization, but we need to look at the plight of others and help wherever we can as a group more collaboratively. I also want to touch upon the young ISPRM, our younger workforce, our younger trainees and fellows. We really need better engagement. We need them to collaborate with us through national societies and through the youth ISPRM to be able to integrate more with other special interest groups and with our task forces. So we have a better horizontal communication, for instance, not just vertical up and down reporting within our organizational structures, to be more effective, to decentralize a bit more, to give our regional societies more autonomy based on the WHO regions. Look at new ideas and look at leadership and training. In particular, I want to mention the mentorship, for example, the mentorship news, a special interest group that will be led by one of my colleagues, Dr. Tawab Khalil from Pakistan. And this is an initiative to help guide younger PRM physicians into how they can navigate their way through the ISPRM structures and how we can promote leadership, skill development, capacity building, and so forth. We have further new initiatives, for example, in my new workplace in Doha, for instance, where we're setting up a huge platform of education and training which can accommodate up to 500 people free of charge all over the world, with over 60 professors who are willing to donate their time, their generosity in teaching in their own time based on topics requested by our membership. And that's a huge step forward. Similarly, one of the interesting things that has happened is now ISPRM has its own journal, the Archives of ISPRM. And I thank all my colleagues, in particular Dr. Levent Özkakar from Turkey, for finding us these fabulous new publishers who have allowed us to publish our journal well in time. Other initiatives such as the formation of the Academy, which is a learning hub, a repository, will be a huge plus in our activities with regards to education and training and leadership skill development, and that is currently underway. Last but not the least, I want to highlight the international exchange initiatives that are, we have a SIG for that, but we also want the SIG and task forces to work more closely, for example, with the Education Committee, with the Leadership and the Communications Committee for a cross-pollination across our societies, across our regions, so our youngsters have better mentorship, better ability and capacity to be better than all of us, better than their teachers. And that is a really huge focus for me in my presidency. The capacity building initiatives to draw more from our South American region, for example, our African region that has so much talent, and how we can overcome the economic and other challenges in order to facilitate development of rehabilitation medicine in those parts of the world. Within the Asia-Oceania region, the Emergency Response Committee, the Disaster Rehab Committee, previously known as we really want to encourage our membership there to participate and to cooperate and to develop the emergency response from our society, and to be able to give back to the WHO EMT program where possible when we are requested to do so. Last but not the least, we have the amazing UN Liaison Committee and the WHO Liaison Committees, and my aim is during my presidency to ensure that ISPRM has its own white paper where we set out our own objectives and strategy and policies going forward for the next 5-year plan, which of course will be across many presidencies, and that is essential for keeping our society relevant. My goal is also that, where possible, we will contribute as requested by the WHO in the various initiatives relating to the 2030 program. And from there, I think the world is your oyster, isn't it? Last but not the least, I want to thank all the past presidents who have been friends and mentors. Because of their work, we are where we are, and I'm privileged to have known many of them, and I thank them for their work, their guidance, and their friendship. Thank you very much.